This is Jump and Shoot playing Kill la Kill Banana Phone Edition, and it looks like I just realized you could pronounce Chixie, also kind of like cheesy, with like, you know, the Z pronunciation of X. It could be cheesy or Chixie or cheesy. It has been a while since I played this game. Anyway, yeah, I missed playing this game. I missed totally dying to like drowsy like once and not being able to do it a few times. I said don't explain the dualism board, please. All right, who we got here? Outlaw notice board. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Well, okay, let's do the regular one. Alright. I can't find my keys. I fell down. Kabuto needs help. Actually, I do want the reward from that one because it's a rivalry seed. And we do need some of those. Oh, I guess it's just take them all. You know what? That's the cool thing about this game. Is that, you can stack quests and just do them all in a row. I want to say you can kind of do that in Super Mystery Dungeon, but in what's it called? Gates of Affinity, you can't. And it's super fucking annoying. Alright. So I have to take all these... I have to take the job from the board and then also take the job in the screen, which is weird. So today's topic is not a very fun one. Something happened on 7/13, on the day of 7 Hearts and 13 Darknesses, and what happened was a great tragedy that struck America. That's right, I'm talking about Richard Simmons passing away, the workout guy. Also, he passed away at like 75, which is pretty old. I don't know if he had a good life, but that sure was a long life. Also, more importantly, an Xi seed. Oh, okay. More importantly, the Mighty Magiswords guy was outed and arrested as like a huge pedophile. You know how Jared from Subway, you know, did stuff? This guy was also doing stuff, if you think about it. Also, less importantly, Donald Trump almost got shot. And I didn't. Okay, here's what's funny about it. As soon as it happened, everybody in my feed like was vague posting about it on Twitter. And you know when something happens, like everybody says like one word, and like, or they respond to like nothing, and you already know what they're talking about. It's like, well, that defeats the whole point of vague posting, doesn't it? And on one hand, like, yeah, it's your blog. You can do whatever you want with it. It's just funny that people try to be vague about something and we all already know what the fuck they're talking about. Here's my 2 cents from a nobody on the internet. A nobody on the internet. I don't know why I pronounced my T's there. You know, I'm just tired. I'm tired of this guy being an option. I know I'm not saying the guy needed to be like straight up assassinated, although there's many people who are like, oh, I can't believe he missed. He should totally have died. Fuck that guy. He should die. Ugh. Cool. I have nothing to say about that. But I would feel a lot better if he was magically not a candidate anymore. And I figured that was the whole point of the Republicans against him and, you know, Democratic Party like trying so hard to incriminate him on inciting the incident of January 6th. Like, I thought that was the whole point. He's a felon, he went to jail, I mean, he got out, obviously, but you'd think that would make it so that someone couldn't run anymore and not be a valid candidate. Just, no, this country, in this country, you believe in second chances, apparently, and, you can still run even though you're a felon. Hey, I took 3 quests. I think I fucking missed something. And, yeah, I think it's really disappointing. Daddy didn't die! No, I'm kidding. No, I just want him to not have America have to choose him. Or, like, he already ran. He got voted in by some miracle, some divine prank, if you will. And then he got outvoted again. And now his supporters are, like, pushing for him again. It's like, why are we doing this again? We're choosing between 2 old assholes. One who's, like, just stupid, and he's a fast-talking idiot, but he's fast-talking, which makes his supporters like him. And then we also have, like, live dementia reaction Joe Biden over here. Just being weird on camera and not doing so great medically, or his health is not doing so good. Wait, so... Okay, I still need to do that. Let's go back in. I don't know how many I need to do. And my least favorite thing about all this is that people in the right are taking this and totally spinning it to make him look like a badass. Like, dude, I can't believe they tried to assassinate him and they missed, and they ended up getting a badass photo. He's just raising his fist in the air like he took the bullet like a champ. What a badass. Like, shut the fuck up. If that's what your reaction is to this, like, there's no help for you. I'm sorry. And there's the other end of it I've seen where there's people who, his supporters who take it seriously, but they act like they're the victims in this. Like, I saw this post somebody shared in their Discord where this sticker company called Sticker Mule, I can't get you because you're in the water. The sticker company called Sticker Mule posted this post about how, like, scared they were to be, like, a conservative supporter of Donald Trump. It's like, look, I know there's hatred in the air, okay? Can we just, like, not be mean to each other for once? I actually feel threatened to be a Trump supporter now. It's like, really? People have been actually threatened for just being who they are. By that I mean, there's people who are actually frightened of, like, Donald Trump winning, and a lot of, like, LGBT people I know are really scared if he wins again, because they're gonna put on all these laws that will, pretty much inhibit their existence again. They have actual reason to be scared, you know. And then you have these guys come around and be like, no, you know, what I noticed over time is that conservatives love making fun of people who actually are victims of oppression or some sort of mistreatment socially, and then they'll call them, like, snowflakes and shit. Snowflakes, oversensitive, and, you know, stuff like that. But these guys, they can't even handle, like, the notion of gun control laws, and they get all, like, riled up about it. It's like, you guys can't even handle this. You're gonna make fun of other people for actually being the victims and stuff. It's just so... The actual hypocrisy I'm looking at here, it's kind of stupid. Can I use what's on the ground? Yeah, there we go. I like that. And yeah, as much as they say that they love it when they're the victim, because then they get to say all the shit that they watch like people on the left say when they have like actual good points about stuff. All right, I need to see. Search for Starly. Why doesn't it tell you what floor it's on? That's so weird. Why doesn't it tell you what floor it's on? Ooh, okay, maybe that part aged terribly. Or maybe I didn't notice when it said you're on a floor where you need to find a character. Ah, man. Hopefully it doesn't cut me off for the story before I can actually finish this. Anyway, yeah, it's dumb. Hypocrisy is dumb. They feel threatened when they don't do, you know, they're super proud of like saying what a gangster Donald Trump is for having a photo where he was shot, and then and still running, but then also some of them are like, I actually feel threatened because I support Trump. Okay, can we just like not be violent now? Okay, now you want to be violent. Now you don't want to be violent. You know, see, like 2 or 3 years ago, you were perfectly fine with storming the Capitol, and now you're like, this guy, let's not do it. Like, no, this fucking the haberdashery going on here in this country right now. And I just, in my opinion, I would just feel a lot better if he wasn't a candidate. Like I said, didn't need to die, and actually thinks things would be so much worse if he was assassinated. Because they would, his supporters would actually go into like doomsday prep mode, and then just, I don't know if we would get like a civil war happening, but they would be a lot more dangerous to be around if he actually died. Ugh. And then the other thing is, like, the guy can't be dumb enough to like keep campaigning in areas now. Like, if the guy who attempted to shoot him, I don't know his whole background, just everyone's passing around that like, oh, ironically he was a Republican and who just happened to not like Trump, and he was just like mentally unwell or whatever, and his plan was to shoot him at a rally. Okay, whatever. That's unfortunate for some people. Hey, I got that. And yeah, I think things would be a lot worse if he, I don't, as much as I've said, I don't want him to run. Yeah, like, the reaction from his supporters would be so much more dangerous than if he actually died. But yeah, the guy, my hope is that he takes this lesson to either drop out all the way until November. He has until November to drop out, or not campaign anymore in person, which he probably will because he's dumb, and he will just like lose popularity. He has like what, 4 months to lose popularity, and it just sucks that these are our two options. I don't like Biden either that much the more I see about him, and I've talked to other people, like, they don't think he's gonna win either, but when I woke up to like, oh, he was shot and everyone thinks he's super cool now because he survived the bullet, I was just like, oh man, it's over. It was like unironically over. It's just, but it's just like, why does he still get to run? He's an actual felon. Why? It's all just so frustrating. Wait, so is it gonna tell me if the thing is on the floor? He wasn't on floor 5. Okay, you reached the destination floor. Okay, so don't leave yet. I still wish it would tell you which floor you need to go to on the actual mission list. Here. When can I start recruiting some guys? I want to do that. There you are. Okay, hey, Starly, you found Starly mail symbol. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you with the return. I want to say in some modern mystery dungeon games, like I think maybe I think the remake of Red and Blue Rescue Team, and I'll say one good thing about Gates of Infinity is that if you actually, I don't know, I don't remember. I think if you complete a mission in Gates of Infinity, you have to leave the dungeon immediately. You can't like keep going, which is super fucking annoying. But I want to say at least in Super Mystery Dungeon, if you keep going to the end of the dungeon, you find this room full of all this stuff, and they just put actual rewards for you at the end if you keep going at the end of a dungeon. Meanwhile, yeah, in this game they didn't think of that yet. Like, oh, you know what? If they want to keep going, let's put actual like treasure boxes and shit in here as an incentive to like keep going to the end or every single time. And like, I kind of like playing it, so I don't mind continuing forward after the mission. Alright, the next morning. Light panada, Miss Me Red, it's morning. But yeah, the main thing I'm getting at is that most Trump supporters already don't like the rest of America because they think they're all like woke or controlled by Hollywood, or they think they're trying to like make everything so accommodating and respectful to everybody. They hate that shit, and they don't like most laws interfere with their religion or whatever, just in general. Even though they're beneficial for other people, it's like, yeah, imagine adding fuel to that fire by Donald Trump being actually murdered. And you know what's also kind of insufferable are people who are like, I'm gonna say this, a plague on both your houses. The people who say that he should have died are equally as annoying as the people who say, how dare you wish murder on someone? You can't wish death on someone. He's still a person. It's like, okay, well, it depends on the person. I know that sounds harsh, but it depends on the person. Also, if it were like some, you know, tragedy at the civilian level, or like, you know, there was a robbery somewhere, somebody pulls a gun on somebody gets too brave and like tries to interfere, they get shot. Yeah, it's sad. Nobody should die. But like, this is a presidential candidate. It kind of changes things. Like, I wouldn't wish for his death, but if by some happenstance that happened, like, I mean, you know, he got shot, if that would have been like, you know, a spontaneous thing that no one had control over. If that happened, I would be like, oh, thank God nobody has to like pick him. He's not an option. Yeah, but also I wouldn't wish him to be dead. It's like, I just want him like to not be an option. Oh, I forgot this mini game. You have to look at Pokemon's feet. That's Shift Tree. Don't ask me how I know that. But yeah, this is gonna be a super fun episode if you're watching this. You probably should have stopped watching like as soon as I started talking about the current events. I don't know whose footprint this is. You know, because showing their picture doesn't actually help. Because they're sprites. There's not like 3D models. I can't really tell who it is. Persian? Okay. It looks like... Oh my god. Wait, you see, even though you pick wrong, you have a chance to pick the right answer? That's funny. That's a bird. That's a fish. That's a bird. That's a Pokeball. That's a guy doing a boat. That's a bee. This guy doing energy. That's a Snorlax, sure. Donphion? I forget why you have to do this. I mean, like, what reward do you get from doing this? I remember grinding for it a little bit. You get... What do you get? I mean, I don't know why you would get paid for doing security here. What does Diglett get paid for this? Like, what are we doing here? I feel like I didn't get that Persian one correct. I mean, I picked it and I got it wrong, and then I picked the other one. You all deserve an equally special large reward. It's money, and you get joy seeds, and a ginseng, and a life seed. Keep up the good work. I promise the next episode will be more fun. Topic wise, I'm sure somebody else will get assassinated tomorrow. Look, if you don't laugh, can't heal. And comedy plus tragedy equals time. I mean, I'd fuck that up. Tragedy and time equals comedy. That's how you word it. Maybe I should have. You know what? The other thing is, like, all we have to do is just stay with our vote. Just even if I don't like Biden, it's just the strategy right now for my side of things. Just vote Democratic at least. And then we'll all just forget about it, and he'll have been shot for nothing. And the other thing is, like, I hope people just kind of like forget about that, but you know they're gonna run with it. Something cool, in their opinion, happened for Trump supporters, so they're just gonna run it into the ground, never stop talking about it. Like, remember how we survived that assassination? Yeah, who fucking stupid left can't shoot a bullet? Like, how do you miss? Like, it wasn't even like the left. It was the Republican, like, 20-year-old white dude. It's so funny. Look, you gotta look at this like it's a play. Exit stage left, exit stage right. See, in politics, there's the left and then the right, and in acting, in stage play, there's also the left and the right. And there's also a president. Alright, so what are we doing? Just do missions again? Okay. I want to do more outlaws. Those are cool. Oh my god, this is so many outlaws. Oh, it's these guys.
We're Team Odd. We're a band of thieves led by Revile. Our travels in search of the ultimate treasures brought us here. But this place doesn't appear to be much of a prospect. We traveled all the way here. But it turns out that this spot is pretty dingy, isn't it?
What does Weavile sound like? Hey you two, are you from around here? Let me ask you, somewhere in this area, there should be a place called Zero Isle. Do you know of it? Zero Isle? No, should I? So that's the case. Fine, be that way. Yoo-hoo. I gave Weavile the typical drag queen voice. Please don't be offended. I use that voice in a respectful way. In the non-derogatory way. Let's see. Okay, gonna fight a bunch of outlaws and call it a day. Okay, so here's my dumb little conspiracy theory, is that a president can only serve 2 terms. So, since Donald Trump already has a term that he served, I figure that like the people who want him to be president again have this master plan where they want to make sure he's out as soon as possible. So they really want him to have a second term so that he can never be president again. But also, if that's true, then they want to like enact so many. They're gonna do so much legislative damage that like the next person won't be able to take care of it in time. It's like it's a double-edged thing, and they're both bad edges. There's no good edge to this. So yeah, that's my theory. It's like, yeah, they want him to be, even maybe people who are against him just want him to be president again so that he can never serve again. And he won't ever be an option. It's like, I think it's like using your dump cards in like a Cards Against Humanity situation. It's like, oh man, I have these bad cards, but I have to wait around until I get a good card from the pile. I might as well just use all my bad cards now. I think it's like that. Donald Trump is like the bad card in Cards Against Humanity that you just want to get rid of fast so that you never get it again. That makes sense to me. That's my dumb little game theory. Also, I don't know. Actually, what I'm also hearing... What the fuck? I'd also hear that like they just want both people to die. Or just that's like a very chaotic neutral stance on it. And I don't want them both to die, but I want them to not be candidates. I don't like either of them. I'm of the mind that we need younger candidates. Maybe 40s, late 50s. You know, somebody who doesn't look like they're about to die tomorrow all the time. And it's funny because I watch, as you may well know, I watch Bill Burr's podcast, and he said mostly the exact same things that I think, which makes me feel like not crazy. I mean, Bill Burr is kind of crazy, but he's a comedian, which means he has the permission to be crazy. Yeah, but I mean, he said we need younger presidents. It would be bad if he died, even though he doesn't like him. He thinks that having to choose between both these assholes is stupid. But he's also one of the people that are like, you gotta give it to Trump. He has a cool, badass gangster photo. He did use the word gangster, but he did it like in the, you know, how do you do fellow kids kind of way. He's like, you know, what do the kids call him? It's pretty gangster photo if you think about it. It's like, oh my god. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I kind of, I don't like this whole situation. It just makes me feel bad. But like a younger president who is smarter is, I think they want old presidents or candidates because they're easily manipulative by lobbyists and like other outside people that are like not the president. Like, oh, he's agreeable to us because he's old, and he'll just go with the things we want because we bring him to like dinner and parties and shit. You know, that's what lobbyists do. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, well, you can pretend, you can hide all the malpractice you're doing in your company. You can hide all the child labor and all the cheap, dangerous products that are harmful. You can avoid all that shit. It's cool. It's fine. Your industry is protected by what we're doing. It's cool. I'm gonna eat my gummies. I'm gonna give him some gummies. I like that you don't have to do this in modern games. They just have this like, well, like, at least in the remake for Red Rescue Team, everybody you come across has this like special trait, and you can re-roll for that special trait. Like, it's like the main thing you need. They just need like some ability that gives them an edge over the dungeon that you're in. That's all you need. Wait, did you... Oh wait, is Geopebble better than Graveler? Okay. Okay. Oh wait, I was getting fucked up here. They had Peck. That's what was killing me. Oh, why are you missing? Why? But yeah, a younger candidate who understands both sides more, whether they roll Republican or Democratic or conservative or liberal, whatever, they would know better how to make both people happy, or like some kind of compromise or something, instead of like somebody who's all the way one way. It's sounding like we would a centrist candidate is better. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a more educated conservative would know how to not overstep the boundaries. In the same way it goes for like a well-educated liberal too. They would know how to like not make it one way or the other for all for every policy they come up with. Like, well, they would know how to do like gun rights that would appease both parties, even though they probably are against guns. Like, well, I know what they would want, so okay. We need to use something here. Oh, I don't want that. I need to line up a shot with him. Is he gonna die? Okay. Fuck. This is stressful. Okay. I need you to stop. Throw seed. You're stunned. Okay. Now I'm lined up with you. You go the fuck away. Now we can focus. I'm gonna take that away from you if you don't fucking stop. Stop that. Okay. Now we can focus. Oh, get the fuck out of here. I need to eat this berry before I die. Alright. Now we earn this. Oh. Get cockblocked. Okay. Alright. I do like this pursuit. This is fun. Oh, god damn it. Okay, let's try this again. Dude! No! 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 Ow! Dude! Not to mention, like, I didn't even level up in the entire dungeon. You know, I think you need to wait to do some of the outlaw missions before you do them. Because I only had one reviver seed. I didn't have very good offense at all. I wasn't paying attention to like the rank that the missions were. My fault entirely. I accept total blame.